Actually, I was first tonight. Oh, come on, get her with the ad. There we go. Never fails. This is Santa Barbara today. February 4th, 2024. 2/4/24. Good idea. Get your car out of there before it gets deeper. See these little tributaries? Add to this. We're still in Santa Barbara. You shouldn't be standing on that bridge. It's not a good idea. Just casually standing on the bridge here. See that backyard right there? Little culverts, backyard creeks. Where's my pointer? See this little creek right down there? Hey, the Bearcat's good for one thing now, huh? All right, howdy, folks. Welcome back. I told you I would be back. Here we go with tonight's solar report. I'm kind of just adjust a little better there. Maybe that was good. All right, that way. There we go. All right, that's a little better. So we can get the mouse here. Here we are, February 4th, 2024, 2/4/24. And there's your little loop for today. Doesn't look like much, but there is all kinds of little activity popping off there. And the sun's starting to kind of go hyperactive here again with these sunspots. And we'll get into that here in a few minutes. Let's first, not much really to freeze frame and go through. You see these two little, in this region where we were talking about, the spire, this white spire region over on the black and white side, you can see two little objects come out, and they got little bow shocks on them right there at the end, but nothing too big, nothing too major. But we do have the sun is starting to act up. Our weather is acting up. The pressure is acting up. The Schumann is acting up. Everything is going hyperactive. So here we go. There's the sun's for today. Not much really to kind of stop and take a peek at. Whoops. You know what? Maybe what we will do though is this. Just real quick. Why don't you take a peek at that little, yeah. There's a little skip in data there. You can see it kind of come out and then skip and then pick up at the end right there. But not much to write home about, which is okay. We have enough, we have enough on our plate right now as it is. One more time with that. All right, let's back out of this. All right, come on over here to the solar ham now. So today we've had quite a bumpy ride, and let me get this back up here and zoom in on that now. Pull it over and slide up. All right, cool. Here's our box for today. You can see it's been quite a little bumpy ride. Boom, 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 boom. And then going into tomorrow already, we've had another M flare, okay? And we'll go take a peek at that in a second. But I just want you to take a look at how, since here, it's kind of crackling and spittering and sputtering and bzzz, and then going pop, 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 pop. So the sun's going kind of hyperactive now. And let me kind of pull back out of this real quick. Excuse me. All right, our flare potential 70, or M flare potential 70%, X flare still 15%, and you can see why, because we're having this hyperactivity starting to pop off and crackle now. Over here on the 3-day geomagnetic forecast, E1 tomorrow, okay? These two M flares that we just had here and here were 2.1 and a 2.7. Okay, so we've had a couple of M flares right there, 2.1 and 2.7. This one is tomorrow's data. We could go take a peek at it if you want. No? Well, we're going to do it anyway. So I come back, pop over here, and let's just refresh this so we get every last frame. And then let's see what happens tomorrow. All right, there's your event right there. Still coming off of this spire region right here. Boom. So that's the little event that you saw here already going into tomorrow right there. Okay. So coming on down here, what we need to do here is we've had a couple of absorption events today, and we'll go over to that here in just a second. First, look at these sunspots. We got 3565 going beta gamma. Now we have two more sunspot regions. One is beta gamma delta. This one we need to really pay attention to here, as well as 3576. So a lot of yellow and some red showing up here now. This is not good. We don't need hyperactive sun right now. All right. So now coming over here, you can see here on our KP index. Let me just pop it open a little bit bigger here. Here we had uh, our event hit. Okay, the event that they thought was going to hit or whatever finally came. All right, it's right there. They kind of project them, I think, a little too early, but there it is. It wasn't much, but it's good. It got the KP up to 3, but currently you see our auroras aren't all that much aren't all that bad. Let me pop this open and kind of. Oh, we are not even close. Come back. Come on. There we go. All right. Well, maybe I won't try doing that again. Anyways, you can see they're kind of weak right now. They're wispy. Okay, and we're at what, KP1 or something right now. Where'd that go? Get back. Oh, there it is. All right, so yeah, let's get back to this to KP. Yeah, we're below KP1 right now, so pretty low on the absorption for the moment right now. Okay, now this big sunspot group, this is the 3576. It's rotating into into our strike zone now, coming off the east limb. That's this one right here, the beta delta one. All right, so then we're come over here, open up the tracker real quick, see what they're tracking. Not much on this one. Let me just oh, good. You see this little thing kind of miss us right here. Let me pop this one open because I want to see this chart here a little bit. Please, Lord, could we have this? Meantime, kind of take some of the wavy lines out of there. Thank you all for coming here tonight and spending a few minutes of your time with me and our little family here. Let's load up the movie. And we'll let this go. There we go. Now let that play for a second. So here we are. There's the 5th. Here's the impact right around the 4th, 5th. Boom, and that little wave right there. Okay, it wasn't much, but thankfully I think it already hit because now it's calling for, right here at the cusp of the 4th and the 5th. And I think we already saw our impact. Now, let me back out of this and this. And this is the other sunspot. This is the dangerous one to watch out for, too. 3575 is the one that's beta gamma delta. All right, 3575 beta gamma delta. Even though it's rotating out of the strike zone, it's still there, and it's not until it gets past the eastern limb are we kind of out of the magnetic field line attachment as well. So real quickly here, 2 sunspot regions to keep an eye on as we start the weekend. An active region that is currently producing at least mid to upper sea level flares is now turning into view. We'll get a better look in the next few days. Secondarily, 3575, located at the latitude southern hemisphere, grew quite rapidly and may be a growing threat for solar flares. Okay, this is where we might see our X flare out of, is that one. Okay, now going back up here to this absorption chart right here, you can see, oh, here we go. See this little spike going up? We're having an event right now. Currently, we're at C4 right now. You see that? We're having an event as we're speaking. I'm going to come back to this because we're going right here to the same thing just earlier today and play this little movie here. And I want you to see we had the M flare hit and some other absorption today. So here we go. Just watch this. This is regular sun, except for right there. There was an absorption event. And then as it keeps kind of shifting here, there'll be another one here in just a sec. think it's right around here somewhere. There it is. So that's a second one. Well, even then we had that little green one in between, but that's our second one that got to red. And then right there at the end is where we're currently at with this right here. Okay, so looks like we're about to have a third event, maybe fourth, because that other one was green, kind of like this. So we had a red, green, red, green. Let's see how much higher this climbs. It's currently underway, so it's possibly still climbing here. And the next go around in a few minutes, it'll update and tell us whether it's still climbing or what. So in the meantime, we got this going on. We've had a few absorption events today, and you know what? I'm a stickler for absorption events. Now we've gone from sea level into M. You guys just witnessed we were at sea level or at C class. It just jumped into M range. Now we're at 1.2. So this is currently growing stronger as we speak. Live on the show, right on. Breaking news, folks. We have a reporter on the scene. All right, so we got that going on at the moment. We'll come back to this here in a few minutes and check again. Let's come on over here real quick. Come on, Lord, please. Can we have this? Be patient here, folks. There it goes. All right. Geomagnetic storm watch extended. A CME expected to graze Earth's magnetic field on February 4th did not arrive on time. NOAA forecasters believe it might still be coming. They have extended the watch for a G1 class geomagnetic storm through the 5th now. They've extended their G1 class storm through the 5th. CME impacts. Here comes the Martian sunspot, a sunspot so big it is visible from Mars. Perseverance saw it last week. It is turning towards Earth today. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory is watching it emerge from the sun's eastern limb. Right there, that one. This one's pretty gnarly too. But look at this thing start to grow. NOAA has designated this sunspot region AR 3576 and has half a dozen dark cores and a strange tail more than 5 times longer than Earth. If you have eclipse glasses, put them on and look at the sun. No, don't do that. This sunspot region is the hyperactive one. It's popped off M1, C9, M2, M1, M1, M3, C9. So you can see that this 3576 that's rotating into view is hyperactive and coming our way. Let's pray that it calms down, okay? This activity plus its formidable size suggests that 3576 is a threat for even stronger X flares. Stay tuned. Okay, so we got one rotating around, a big monster rotating around into view here. And you see the little tail kind of coming down off of it here. Cool. All right. So there's that hyperactive sun. We've got hyperactive weather, and we've also got a hyperactive Schumann. All right, there we go. And actually, it's calmed down now. We're kind of coming out of it, and we're doing fairly good. I mean, there's a green line there. It's welcoming. Before I zoom into this, I just saw an update. Let me come back to this. M1.1. So it was what? 1.4? What was the last one? It's still an M class region. We'll come back and check it in a minute. So back to the Schumann here. I'm not going to really zoom in too much. You guys can see from here. But you see this huge scraping event that we just went through. Okay. The core and the shell are under immense pressure, and they're grinding on each other. and that produces these very intense low frequency waves that come up through the magma, and then when they hit the crust they slow down and get even slower. And I believe right around there might be our barrier where we see this white streak going across. This frequency is very intense, right, going across right here. Kind of indicates maybe this is the barrier where all these higher frequencies start to slow down at the crust. So this might be the magma down below, and you're seeing magma rubbing up underneath the bottom side of the crust, making a harmonic type vibration at well, just about 12 hertz there. Okay, and the white denotes the intensity of that frequency. It's not a different frequency, it's still 12, it's just very intense. White denoting the intensity, and then it goes away. So if you guys were feeling like you had your finger in a light socket today, well, here's why. Feeling a lot of pain today, a lot of confusion, stuff going on. And this is why. This is the core and the shell grinding, and this is an indicator of pressure down below. All right, we have pressure that has built up and has released now. All right, some of it has released because we're grinding really hard now. It's released. We had a little slowdown right there at that little stripe, but not much. And now it's gaining, going back to semi-normal activity. Okay, let me see. Did this update? Okay, it's going back down now, back down into C range 8.5. So it maxed out, I think, at 1.4 or something right there. So we just had another M flare, and then that'll be absorption again. So we will have had red, green, red, green. So, two mild and two very small absorption events in the just today. All right, and it's not good. We don't need any more. All right, so let's get past that, past last. We did that. All right, let's come on over here to null school now. Needs to refresh, I guess. There we go. Now our areas are darkening in here at China. It's a lot darker, more organized kind of in this area. You see that it's this here. What I'm trying to say is these regions in between are all darker. We have these dark patches, all right, that have grown darker, but everything in between as well. All right, so that it shows you that pressure is building up. See, when I pull back out, you see it a little bit better. Let me try. No, that's the right color. I can't do that. All right, well, we'll just kind of leave it at this. So you can see China has darkened up. Let's take a look at this. You see what I'm saying? Look at Java now. Java is all a nice darker purple, the whole island. Our pressure down below has increased. All right, more gas coming out. I bet you volcanoes are going off like crazy. All right, even look at Australia's having little seepages, perforations in the crust in their continent there, leaking this gas out. Let's come on over to America. And look, it's darkened in as well. And you see the more evenly distributed gas, like I was showing you in China, is spread out, but thicker and darker. It's a thicker, darker plume. That's indication that pressure is pushing more gas out at all these different sites. See how dark that one is? It's almost going black. Same with this one over here. So that pressure down below is pushing out a lot more gas. You can see the darker coloration compared to yesterday that our pressure has increased. This is always kind of like this darker area right here is kind of what I'm looking at. as well as this over here. Look, this wasn't very active over on this side. It was active, but not dark. It was just small little light gray plumes like this, or light brown plumes like this. These are darker purple ones now. So I can tell that the pressure is, see how it's kind of spread, except for right here in the jungle, it has spread around this region now as well. Whoops, give me this. Yeah, this whole region right now is starting to fill in with pressure and gas emissions coming out of there a little more than usual. Another good indicator is our fulcrum point right here. And yeah, it's almost black. It's pretty dark purple right there. So that's another indicator of our pressure down below building and going to cause earthquakes and volcanoes. All right. Ooh, while we're still here, all right, do this one first. Our dust plume that's coming off the Sahara, we're going to change it over to the green. Doesn't like it too well, but there we go. There's your sand plume coming off, still white, still intense coming off, but now turning up this way, kind of going up more towards Europe and still hitting South America. You can see this more intense part of the plume right here is broken off and is over South America. All right, and this is out of season. This is out of character for the Earth. We're not supposed to have dust storms in wintertime. Okay. So there's your plume real quick. Now I want to come over, whoops, to the air. Give me some wind. And let's go check out the polar vortex. So nice and compact, well organized, just churning away up there. And you see the inflow coming out over here off of Africa into it. Now we also still have this big elongated belt, conveyor belt of feed that is being torn away from the polar vortex, wrapping all the way back around and feeding into it. So let me come over here, show you where it's being peeled away. See that? Just flipping a U-turn and peeling away right there. Even all through this zone right here is tearing away from the energy from the polar vortex and diverting it down this conveyor belt. This conveyor belt now is also doing a switchback maneuver and bringing polar vortex air all the way down to the equator. Now, this, oh, here comes a subvortex. See it right in here? See this area starting to fill in with curved? Yeah, there's our subvortex right here starting to form. And it's still part of the conveyor belt. And maybe it's weakened this area of the conveyor belt, but it still does continue to go all the way across here and then feed right back into. So quite the strange polar vortex belt type loop setup is going on here. And now we can see in the middle of this belt, we're starting to see another subvortex starting to take shape here. Okay. And then what I want to do is come over here to America. You can see that the vortex is way up here, kind of pushing over towards the other side of the planet right now. It was kind of coming at us. Something has shifted it now and pushing it more that way. See, the peel off is right at Alaska there. So it's not coming back into America like it was trying to do. It's being diverted and peeled away, which watch what happens when we go down a layer. So here's your example of the West Coast. This is way up there at the polar vortex. Now we drop down a layer. Now do you see how it's taken this flow and built this ridge right here and is driving everything down and up? Okay. Then we go to the upper jet stream. This is your upper jet right here. That mid layer is affecting our upper jet stream and pulling storm material from up here in the cold, mixing it with warm air and smashing Southern California here. Right in the jet stream right there. And then we'll go to the lower jet and you see how it complies. You see where your storms are coming from now? This big old storm right here is turning and it's sucking air from way up here down and driving it. Southern California is not done yet. They are, they still got a lot more water coming. We'll even drop down further. There's your storm. Okay, so there's that. What else do I want to do? We did all that. Okay, so there's your storm, your hyperactive storm coming to hit California. Anybody see what's going on up here? This next system right here, we'll watch it closely. Okay. But for right now, we've got enough on our hands. This thing right here is really laying it down, and everybody's suffering right now. So pray for everybody in California. There's people that are, their lives are changing right now because of the damage that's being done. So, okay, so let me get on now to the earthquake report. And, oh yeah, I left it there. So we'll come back to Hawaii at the end. Deep quake region, nice and quiet right now because pressure down there is starting to build, and it does this lulling effect until it reaches the surface. So we got this lull effect down deep. Coming over here is our 4.5, and that's not the surface. That's 65 kilometers, so kind of close, but 4.5 there. 4.3. Now, this is a deep quake. This is at 585 down in this little pocket right here. This is where a lot of these volcanoes and a lot of this activity is going on. Can I please have this? See Java right here? And then we got this deep area right here where these fault lines crisscross. We have a deep quake here, 4.3 down at 585. This could cause residual quakes at the surface in this region right here. Maybe a 5, a 5 quake right along here maybe, or one of these plate boundaries. Now, coming up over here to Sumatra, finally we got some quake activity over here. This is 5.3 down at 52. Can I have this one, please? 4.7 down at 121. That one, I think, is on land. In fact, this, give me this. I think this is right next to Marapi, our volcano Marapi. Where did that go? Oh, here's Marapi right here. So, just north of Marapi, see, look at this fault line, kind of boom, 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 almost like a lightning bolt up towards the tip of it here is where our quake was. 4.7 down at 121. Moving on. Oh, I want to see this real quick. Let me just zoom into this. Right in the middle of the little bay right here, this little scoop bowl type area. All right. What was this one? Right on this little mountain ridge, this underwater ridge. A 4.6 down at 126 there. Okay, so rest of Asia, all of Europe look eerily quiet. The whole map, except for this area, everything else is quiet. Look, there's nothing else except right here in the Pacific Rim. Maybe over here in Cuba, one, but everything else is right here in the Pacific Rim. Want to go up to this one here, up at Japan here, 4.437. This one right here. Now, we're always in between these two little ridges right here with our new weak spot just up here. Got another little weak spot further down here now that pushed out a 5.4 down at 52. So that's some energy being scrubbed right there. 4.4, we covered that one. This was the 4.3 down at 109. Quiet through that region. The rest of the world was pretty quiet. Now, oh wait, really quick, we got to cover this. I think there's more than one there. Okay, well, this 4.5 down here in Laredo, Mexico, that energy could come up the San Andreas here. Right here we have 3.8. You see colliding energy coming down from the top. This coming up from the middle. We're starting to see California get active. There's 3.2 right there. 2.5 right there. 3.8 right there. 3.5. What's going on up here? All right. And something else I want to do real quick here while we're here at California is put on all magnitudes and see all the smaller quakes, the activity, how busy California has kind of been today. And see this little area up here, it has more than just that one quake. It's a little quake swarm region right here. The bigger one was the 3.5, but some of these others were 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay. Also as well up here, look at this. Oh boy. This is Mount St. Helens, I think. We have to pull back. Anyways, on the flank of this volcano, 2.2s, this volcano's having earthquake activity on its flank. There's magma moving around down below that volcano. Let me see, which one is this? Oh, this is like the Sisters or something. Right here, though, is Mount St. Helens. Okay, and it had a quake as well. Not a big one, but indicator that it's kind of waking up as well. See, our volcanoes are, this is where we're going to see some of your activities around the volcanoes because the pressure down below is bringing volcanoes to life. Little activity out there, not much to report. What was this other one here? Nothing big. 4.0. All right, done with the quakes. Let's come on over to the volcano report. This is becoming more and more important. Each report, the volcano report, is going to be like taking over priority over the earthquake report here soon. Well, come on, you. All right, well, there it goes. Well, we're stuck on the fourth here. Let's just go through the fourth real quick. We got Fuego, Popo, Ibu, Dacono, Reventador, Kilauea, Mayone. Were we just talking about this volcano possibly jumping over to the other list? Ta-da! A phreatic explosion took place at the volcano today. The eruption spewed a white to gray ash column, consequently culminating in a black and ash flows of hot rock falls. Emissions ash rose to about 1,200 meters. All right, so Mayone, that was on that list, boom, put it on the active list. Ibu, an energetic explosive occurred at the volcano the night of the February 2nd. All right, Ducono, 8,000 feet. Kilauea, seismic activity and ground deformation at the volcano have significantly decreased, but over the past 24 hours, the earthquake frequency between the summit area and the southwest region along the Kilauea fault system has slowed down. Magma injection into the area appears to have stalled, and the likelihood of an eruption has decreased. Well, that was earlier today. Now that we have pressure coming in, I bet you this changes. Popo, 18,000 feet today. Fuego, 14,000. Here's Nevada del Ruiz, back on the active list. Nova. Reventador. Sabancaya, sporadic emissions. All right, here's all these. Where's the one I wanted to look up? Krakatoa, still active. Everybody's kind of forgetting that this one in the Straits, the Sunda Straits, there is still active. Luatobi, Luatolo, Marapi, Messiah, back over here again. Murapi, Michael in the South Sandwich Islands again. Niragongo, Popo, Reventador, Sabankaya. Where was the other one I wanted to? Shivalush, Villarica, Yasur, back over here again. Ulawan, watch out for that one possibly. I keep saying it and nothing happens. The moment I don't say it, it'll probably happen. But watch out for Recon de Vieja, Recahanus. Here we go. That's what I wanted to look at. The activity at the volcano, multiple sites in Iceland. Okay, there's like 4 different places now where this could go off. Last night they put this region under red alert. Okay, this pressure that I just showed you coming in, this building. Watch out, we might see another eruption here, or another new volcano breakout or something. So, anyways, this little red box is now under red alert because they're expecting an eruption there, and probably will happen here soon with this incoming pressure. All right, sorry, we got to keep going through this. Cotopaxi, this one, watch out for. It could possibly hop on this list now with this incoming pressure. All right. Kilauea, that one might go. Oh, that's what we wanted to do, is come over here to Kilauea. I wanted to finish off with Kilauea. Oh, look at Kilauea. It's got red dots in there. It's going active again. Who said Kilauea was quiet today? It doesn't look too quiet to me. Let me pull back this tab bit. All right. And we've just had 2 recent ones. These 2 red ones are indicators that our pressure has now kind of reached the surface and is starting to create earthquakes around volcanoes. Okay, so everybody just keep a close eye on it. Not saying that it's going to erupt, but we need to understand pressure's building. It could just have another big flurry of these small quakes like this to vent the energy down there, which is fine. We'd rather kind of see it vent energy instead of being explosive. All right, so I think that's as far as the volcanoes. Let's come on over to the weather forecast, get this part out of the way, and then we can get to the good stuff, right? Here we are, hyperactive storm. It's producing more than expected. This one today caught a bunch of people off guard in Georgia. There's some tornadoes, I think, stirred up here in Georgia today. So we saw intensification today, just like we were expecting. And now this storm is dropped to 984 millibars. A few more millibars, and that's going to be category 2. Equivalent of a category 2 hurricane. It's only like 4 away. So it's basically a super strong 1. You might as well call it a 2 because it got enhanced. And the people in Southern California are not done. All of California is not done. We got a lot of snow where I'm at, and it's not done yet. This is the current conditions right now with a 984 low off the coast, just driving hard into the California, Sierra Nevadas. So I got to back out of this just a tad. And let me go ahead and start the loop and let it play here. There's Curb Creeper. Cool. Welcome back. Just talking to somebody in the chat. Okay. Ooh, look out for that little thing too. That might turn into something later this week here. Watch out for that low going way down there like that too. Icing in Georgia. See that? Wow. Hang on just a second here. Let's pause this and go backwards. Opening frame, current conditions. This is the nighttime of February 4th. Going into the morning hours, we still have this low off the coast here, nice and tightly wrapped up. 988. It's still driving water up into California, snow in the Sierras. We go into the noontime. It's still there with a 994. This is the end of convection, the 5th. We still have this 997. Still possible intense storms down there. There were offshore tornadoes today. I believe there were a couple of vortexes picked up in California today. We had tornadic activity. There's the nighttime of the 5th. Now this is up to 1,000 millibars, finally kind of weakening. That's the morning of the 6th. You see all this rotating here? Boom, just offshore. Noontime, convection, nighttime, morning of the 7th, noon, convection, nighttime. See the slow wrapping up here? Morning of the 8th, noon, convection, nighttime, morning of the 9th, noon, convection, nighttime, morning of the 10th, noon, convection. See the convection right there? Ooh. So February 10th, around noontime, we got rain, clouds building here. And by the time of convection, we got serious weather right there at the end of convection, February 10th, around Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, right in that region. Even goes nocturnal into the night. I'm not going to label all these places because this will change. But then you can see it driving in the morning hours of the 11th through the country right there. It's noon. Convection, nighttime, 12th, noon, convection. See convection down here again on the 12th. Nighttime, noon, the morning of the 13th here. Look at this wrapping up. That's a 998 low. 991 right there. That'll be the noontime of the 13th. And then kind of moves offshore by convection. Nighttime, morning of the 14th, noon, convection, nighttime, 15, noon, convection, nighttime, 16, noon, convection, nighttime. Watch out right down there, 17th, right there. That's the morning of 17th, noon, convection, nighttime, 18th, right there, noon, convection, 18th, watch out in there around convection, nighttime. Possibly nighttime activity in Florida around the 18th there. Boom. See this icing event where this cold air mass and this is met? That's the morning of the 19th, noon, convection, nighttime. Morning of the 20th, noon, convection, nighttime. Oh, that's as far as it goes. So going backwards in hours from right here, watch how long that icing event is. Almost 2 days. Starting from the nighttime of the 18th to the nighttime of the 20th. And possibly even longer, because that's the last frame they give us right there. All right, so there's your weather forecast. Mainly just the rest of this storm here. Everybody pray for California. A lot going on out there. I wish people had taken better precautions, taken it more seriously, prepared better. I wish the media would do a better job at preparing people for what this is, the potential for these storms and what to do, not just, hey, we're getting a storm. No, we're going to get, a foot of water in your front yard. Well, how are you going to deal with a foot of water in your front yard? They need to start telling the people and being open and honest with them. Anyway, there's your loop playing while I start kind of clicking out of some of these. Get rid of that one. It takes forever. That one. That one takes up too much. Oh, let's come over really quick over here to our event. Okay, so it's kind of wrapped up and finished off here. You can see it went up to the little bit of M class right there. It was the 1.4, I believe, or 1.1 that we witnessed, and now it's dissipating and going back down. And you can see the absorption has kind of mellowed out. Okay, so that event ended, so we can kind of X out of that now. Get out of this one, and might as well just go ahead. Come on over here to YouTube and get this pulled up. Oh, no, we're not doing that. What are we doing? Okay, what are we doing? Hang on just a second here. Oh, I think I know where we're going. All right. Here we go. Yeah, we're back over at this dude's channel here at this event. Boom. Let's pause layout. And can we get this mouse to cooperate? Thank you. We're going to play this little EVP real quick here. Let me get audio set up, I guess. All right, here we go.
Oh, holy fucking shit.
I'm just putting out there. It could be blue, and you know what I mean. Look at this, mate.
He is the Christ who's coming quickly. All right, there's the EVP message in there. Jesus is close. The word. He is the Christ who's coming quickly. Let me just play that one last time for you guys.
Oh, and you know what I mean. Look at this, mate. Blue, and you know what I mean. Look at this, mate.
One more time. All right, he is the Christ who's coming quickly. Just come on over and pick out an image that we're gonna read to you. Whoa, we're past that one. Where are we going then? Oh. All right, let me turn that back down and get that ringing out of there and get this old guy out of here, and we'll get to business here. Please, ads. Ads are so annoying. Yeah. All right, there we go. Let's get to this image real quick here. Let's just do a little bit of this video real quick here. What looked like a face over here. And I'm going to start zooming in on this face because it's a real face. And if you look back behind it here, let's zoom in just a little bit. You'll notice that back behind here, this face is being projected by Jesus's heart right here. You can see it radiating out. Here's Jesus' face. He's pulling open his shirt, exposing his heart. His heart's radiating out this image in the sky. Wait, I wanted that one, right? This image. Right there. I think that's a good one right there. And then, let's try to go like that a little bit. Not too great. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. We can see it pretty well there. All right. There we go. Let me get some light for tonight's reading. I know some of you guys have been really enjoying these readings. Well, I hope you enjoy this one. Oh, okay, hang on just a second. All right, is this the order we had? Yeah, okay. All right, so here we go. Rest in my radiant presence. The world around you seems to spin faster and faster till everything is a blur. Yet there is a cushion of calm at the center of your life where you live in union with me. Excuse me. Return to this soothing center as often as you can, for this is where you are energized and filled with my love, joy, and peace. Okay, that didn't flow. Let me try again. Rest in my radiant presence. This world around you seems to spin faster and faster till everything is a blur. Yet there is a cushion of calm at the center of your life where you live in union with me. Return to this soothing center as often as you can, for this is where you are energized, filled with my love, joy, and peace. The world is a needy place. Do not go there for sustenance. Instead, come to me. Learn to depend on me alone, and your weakness will become saturated with my power. When you find your completeness in me, you can help other people without using them to meet your own needs. Live in the light of my presence, and your light will shine brightly into the lives of others. You are mine for all of time and beyond time into eternity. No power can deny you your inheritance in heaven. I want you to realize how utterly secure you are. Even if you falter as your journey through life, I will never let go of your hand. Knowing that your future is absolutely assured can free you up to live life abundantly today. I'm going to say again, knowing that your future is abundantly assured can free you to live abundantly today. I have prepared this day for you with the most tender concern and attention to detail. Instead of approaching the day as a blank page that you need to fill up, try living it in a responsive mode, being on the lookout for all that I am doing. This sounds easy, but it requires a deep level of trust based on knowledge that my way is perfect. My ways are mysterious and unpredictable, but they are good. When you look at the world events with so much rampant evil, it's easy to feel fearful and discouraged. You cannot comprehend why I allow such cruelty and suffering. The difficulty lies in the fact that I am infinite and you are not. Many things are simply beyond your comprehension, but do not despair. When you reach the limits of your understanding, trusting me will carry you onward. Affirm your trust in me through silent spoken prayers. Stay in communication with me. Don't get trapped in a posture of demanding to know why. That is the wrong question to be asking me. The right questions are, how do you want me to view this situation, and what do you want me to do right now? Those are the questions. You cannot change the past, so start with the present moment and seek to find my way forward. Trust me one day, one moment at a time, and do not fear, for I am with you. I will strengthen you and help you. From the fullness of my grace, you have received one blessing after another. Stop for a moment, beloved, and ponder the astonishing gift of salvation by grace through faith in me. Because it's entirely a gift, not as a result of works. This salvation is secure. Your part is just to receive what I've accomplished for you on the cross, believing with the faith that it was given to you. This undeserved love and favor is yours forever. My grace has infinite value. Multiple blessings flow out of grace because of its extraordinary fullness. Guilt feelings melt away in the warm light of my forgiveness. In the warm light of my forgiveness. Your identity as a child of God gives you life, meaning, and purpose. Relationships with other people improve as you relate to them with love and forgiveness. Let me say that one again here. Multiple blessings flow out of grace because of its extraordinary fullness. Guilt feelings melt away in the warm light of my forgiveness. Your identity as a child of God, that's you, child of God, gives your life meaning and purpose. Your relationships with other people improve as you relate to them with love and forgiveness. The best response to my bountiful grace is a heart overflowing with gratitude. Take time each day to think about and thank me for blessings in your life. This protects your heart from weeds of ingratitude that spring up so easily. So be thankful. And there was another one here. Oh, hang on here. So, seek to live in the present with me. Your life is a gift from me, consisting of millions upon millions of moments. These countless tiny gifts can easily slip away unnoticed and unused. The best remedy to such wastefulness is to fill your moments with my presence. You can begin your day connecting with me by praying, "Thank you, Jesus, for this precious day of life. Help me stay aware of your presence with me." Thankfulness keeps you linked to me and anchored in the present. Worry, on the other hand, pulls you into the future, where you wander in barren plains of uncertainty. However, you can always return to me by whispering, "Lord, help me." To live consistently in the present, seek to become more grateful. Look around you, searching for the many gifts I shower upon you. As you thank me for these blessings, go into detail. Express yourself enthusiastically. This will increase your gratitude and enhance your ability to grasp how blessed you really are. To grasp how blessed you really are. The joy you have in me is independent of your circumstances. In my presence is fullness of joy, and you are never separated from me. So search for me as you go along your pathway today. I delight in disclosing myself to you. Okay, let me say that again. The joy you have in me is independent of your circumstances. In my presence is fullness of joy, and you are never separated from me. So search for me as you go along your path. I delight in disclosing myself to you. Sometimes I communicate with you in grand, unmistakable ways, coincidences that are clearly the work of my hand. At other times, I display my unseen presence in subtle ways. They're often so personal to you that others wouldn't even notice them. Yet these subtle changes can be a source of deep, intimate joy. The more attentive you are, the more you can find me in the details of your day. So try to stay alert. Be on the lookout for me. I repeat, try to stay alert and be on the lookout for me. Fill your mind and hearts with Scripture, where I reveal myself most clearly. Let my promises permeate your thinking and keep you close to me. Listen to my voice. I know you and you follow me. I give you eternal life. No one can snatch you out of my hand. Now rejoice. Take it, that's it then. All right. Yep, I guess that's it. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed. A lot going on. Stay alert. Be on the lookout. Everything's going hyperactive. All right. Not just weather, not just earthquakes, volcanoes, the news, and the activities of the world as well. Okay. So hold on tight to these images and these messages. Okay. That's why I'm doing this, is to give you a solid foundation so that nothing will move you. And these lies and deceptions that they're going to try to pull on you will not phase you at all. You'll know better than that. All right. That's it for tonight. I love you all. I miss you all. God bless you all. And until my next show, I will be back. I will be back. I am back. I am back. Can't you tell?